Is going on, guys? Jack here, and I am back with another episode of my West Ham United career mode, episode 35 to be in fact. It's been a while since we've uploaded these videos, but in a recent poll I did on my Twitter at Jack95Gamer, if you want to go follow that, link in the description down below, I did give you guys the opportunity to pick which video you want to see. You guys voted. It was between a potential Barcelona next signings episode or the West Ham United episode, which won in flying colours. So we are currently in the transfer market looking at players like Kurt Zouma, and Darren Randolph looks set to leave the club, which obviously voided the deal for the Zouma offer. We do actually draw with Fulham and have to have an FA Cup replay, and there's some deals coming from Mauro Icardi now. Sevilla looking to lure him away from the club. We do counter for 50 million, don't think we're going to get it. And also young Reece Burke does go on loan to Port Vale for 1 year, so wish him all the best. He may possibly have a role to play for the rest of this season if we do end up getting rid of the likes of James Tompkins, and if other players do get injured. You know, there's always that possibility. We do reject the deal from Leverkusen coming for Jack Butland, and Parfit Williams does go on loan to Notts County for 1 year. Wish him all the best, and hopefully he comes back a little bit stronger. Kurt Zouma, we offer James Tompkins now plus £8.5 million to Chelsea. Will it be enough to sign him into the club? Only time will tell, and we'll have to wait and see. Sit patient. Hopefully we'll get our man in by the end of this whole saga. We do actually up our bid to 9 million plus Tompkins, and hopefully we'll see him join the club now. Really do want Kurt Zouma in. Great young French talent, and I'd really look forward to seeing him play for the club. But we do get ready for a game against Manchester United in the Capital One Cup semi-final. If you don't remember rightly, I believe we did win the last game 4-0 at Upton Park. All work to do for Manchester United here, as we do play a full strength side. As you can see, yeah, 4-0, and it looks like Birmingham and West Ham will be the final of this cup, unless obviously Blackpool and United turn it around rather impressively. Martial, Thiago, Schweinsteiger, Herrera, El Ghazi, Young, Arojo, Blind, Darmian, Musaku and Victor Valdez make up the Red Devils. As Paya gets onto the ball, he does actually find Eric Dyer, who slips on through to Mauro Icardi. 10 minutes into this game, takes it past Victor Valdez, 1-0 to the Hammers, 5-0 on aggregate, and that could be all she wrote for Manchester United now. I cannot see them getting 6 goals or even 5 goals to take this to extra time. It's just not going to happen. It's not feasible. And yeah, things are getting very serious now for Manchester United. It looks like they might be out of the competition effectively, as Mauro Icardi gets his second goal in the Capital One Cup, continuing his incredible form recently. As now Thiago does play through Ashley Young here. Great bit of play from Young, plays it in the back post. Martial gets their head ashore, but does put it into the side netting. Very unpopular decision from him there, as Dani Ceballos does find Mauro Icardi over the top into the path of Tolisso. The Frenchman shoots, and Valdez is equal to his effort. Still 1-0 as we approach the 20th minute mark. Very interesting game here at Old Trafford. Been non-stop, but no one's really got that other goal as Dani Ceballos comes a little bit closer, but still no goal or reward here. As the ball comes now over for Manchester United, I believe that is Bastian Schweinsteiger side over the free kick. Comes into the box, does find Marcus Rojo, who heads well wide there as we go into half-time here. Dominant performance from the Hammers. We need to continue that and just book our place and see it out to the final. The longer the time goes on, the more likely we are. I'd say it's probably about 70% certain now, as Young gets onto the ball, loses out to Manuel Lanzini here, tries to take down the Argentine, who slips on through countryman Mauro Icardi in through second of the game and does double our lead to make it 2-0. Again, another great display there from the Argentine. Thiago thinking what the hell has happened to his Manchester United team, but Lanzini never gave up on the ball. Great run from Icardi, splits the defence, Blind ain't getting there, and he just puts it over Victor Valdez, who has had a very tough time when facing West Ham United, unfortunately. 3 goals in the Capital One Cup, which is great to see from Mauro Icardi, who, like I said, has been an absolutely brilliant performance. We do bring on the Araceta amongst other players. Schweinsteiger plays the ball into El Ghazi here. Trying to get something going here. Smalling plays the ball into Anthony Martial. Back into Smalling. First time shot from the centre-back. Very unlike him. And fortunately for us, it does go way over the bar there. As we get another attack going here is, I believe, Mikel Antonio. The substitute does really well. Great bit of skill as he lays it in to Tolisso. Frenchman shoots just wide of the mark there. Don't think Valdez had that covered as Darmian tries to break away now. Tolisso does dispossess his man. Plays it through to Marcus Rojo. Icardi traced it down. Victor Valdez plays it straight into his hands. Or into his feet, should I say. And he does put it into the back of net. 3-0 to the Hammers. And a hat-trick for Mauro Icardi, which is brilliant to see. And again, it gives you the boost of confidence when you've got a striker that is playing this well. I'm over the moon for the lad, and that obviously is his 4th goal in the Capital One Cup, continuing, like I said, what has been incredible form. And I don't think he's letting up any time soon, to be fair. One of the best strikers we've had in recent history. Game finishes here 3-0 at Old Trafford, 7-0 in aggregate. West Ham booked their place in the final of the Capital One Cup for another season. So really good to see. Some more silverware possibly on the way for the Hammers here. Dominant display, and Mauro Icardi takes on man match, of course, with that hat-trick there. Not many other players come close to his performance, unfortunately, but he's a great striker and I love him at the club. And looks like we will probably be playing Birmingham, so the final for the Capital One Cup is West Ham United versus Birmingham City, in which proves probably to be a classic, with West Ham being the heavy favourites, as now Kennedy is showing interest from Real Madrid, and Napoli want to try and lure Mauro Icardi back into the Serie A. We do reject that offer. We are keeping him with the form he's on currently, as we do offer Daniel Fitzwater now plus 9 million for the services of Kurt Zouma. Will we get him into the club? This saga is coming to an end very soon, but will we get told no after all the bids we've made? We're going to contract negotiations though with Kurt Zouma, 60 grand per week, important first team player. That should be enough to see him join the club. And will it be? Of course it will. He joins the club, and the Frenchman will be making his debut against Arsenal coming up very soon. And guys, if you are enjoying this video so far and you want to see more, smash that like button. Also subscribe if you are new around here. Carl Nor goes on loan to Gillingham for 1 year. Wish him all the best as we get geared up for the game against Arsenal here, which should be a really good one. Icardi, Payet, Lanzini, Tolisso, Dyer, Ceballos, Shawstone, Zouma, Bellerin and Jack Butland. Like I said, it should be a competent display from us. Coming off the back of a Capital One Cup final, obviously been confirmed. We're absolutely over the moon. The team's playing with confidence, and our league position does show in that. So this could be a memorable season for the Hammers if everything does go well. Petr Cech, Koscielny, Socrates, Ramsey, Sanchez, Cazorla, Welbeck, all amongst the Arsenal side here with Jack Wilshere, Theo Walcott, Olivier Giroud, and even Gabriel on the bench. But West Ham start off very strong here, opening 10 minutes. Ball does fall to Manuel Lanzini, who again has been pretty much an unsung hero in the last couple of games. Does fall to Tolisso, who's been taking a lot of long shots recently, and Petr Cech does have that one covered. Ramsey gets onto the ball and does actually find Welbeck. Links up real well with Santi Cazorla here, and the Spaniard gets the shot away, but Butland does produce a very solid save. Really good to see. Still 0-0 as Joel Campbell gets the ball into Welbeck, finds Santi Cazorla here. The Spaniard does really well, shoots, and again Butland has to turn that around the post. He was in real trouble there if he wasn't paying attention, as Dani Ceballos does find Luke Shaw here. The England left back cuts inside of El Nuri, crosses it in, and it is cleared away from Petr Cech, which does prove that he's still got it in goal with some very impressive goalkeeping. As you can see, the game's still at 0-0. Arsenal dominating possession, but hopefully we can come back stronger in the second half and put in a good performance. Still 0-0 as the ball falls to Ramsey as Sanchez for the free kick, but never troubling anyone, which is very unlike Alexis Sanchez. Should have made most of that opportunity as the ball falls to Santi Cazorla. Arsenal still dominating this game at the Emirates. Alexis links up with Ramsey, back to Alexis. Great link-up plays, it falls to Santi Cazorla, and that is a typical Arsenal goal. Very well worked, and again, it's just great to see visually. That is a very impressive goal. The link-up play was brilliant. You're going to see it here again. The movement was unreal. Falls to Santi Cazorla. No chance for Jackie Butland. Goes into the top-hand corner, and Arsenal have a shock lead here. West Ham have been dominating the lead so far this season, but unfortunately, we are finding ourselves on the receiving end of a loss at the moment. As Tolisso gets onto the ball here, great bit of play from the Frenchman, gets taken down in the box by Nuri. Referee points to the spot, and West Ham have a lifeline here. It's going to be Mauro Icardi, who's been in great form recently, to step up here against Petr Cech. Icardi gets saved by the Czech Republic international, and that is very frustrating. Is that proof that today is just not going to be our day? We have to wait and see now as Alexis gets onto the ball, does play it into Matteo Debuchy, into Socrates, the Frenchman, does find Cazorla on the spin, but never close to finding the back of the net here. Last 10 minutes of the game, if that's fall to Alexis Sanchez from a weird corner, falls to Cazorla, and that is a stunning finish for his second of the game. Santi Cazorla has absolutely done us here. We're shocked. We're shell-shocked. The corner was not impressive at all, but it just completely fooled the team. Cazorla plucks it out of the air with ease, really, and that is a brilliant volley. That's what you love to see. But unfortunately, it is against us, not us scoring the goal. 8 goals for Santi now as the ball falls to us. Tolisso gets the ball into Stones. Stones actually finds Callum Wilson here. Wilson plays it into Dani Ceballos, the Spaniard, through on goal, and he puts it past Petr Cech, who seemed that he was not going to get beaten today, but he does, and that is a lifeline for West Ham. The Spaniard links up with Callum Wilson here, which is great to see. Unselfish from the former Bournemouth striker, and Dani Ceballos, though, Well done to the Spaniard for getting the goal. That is his 5th in the Barclays Premier League, showing that it is a bit of a Spanish show here on the Emirates. So with Santi and Ceballos getting amongst the goals. 90th minute though, West Ham do win a last minute free kick. The ball comes in, does find Tolisso, check, puts it around the post. Can we make anything happen from this corner? This is it. It falls into Dani Ceballos, the goal scorer, trying to set something up here. Great bit of play from Ceballos, licks away from the defender, gets tackled, it falls to Wilson. Somehow back to Callum Wilson, but check holds on. Disappointing, a bitter taste left in the mouths of the fans. And unfortunately, it is a 2-1 defeat to Arsenal at the Emirates, which we didn't want to see. And we just have to come back a bit stronger than that, because that is very frustrating. But it is something that you have to get used to in football. We've been having such a great season, but the losses do come, unfortunately. And we just need to pick ourselves up next episode. We're into the Capital One Cup final. We can take a lot of positives from this one, but that defeat to Arsenal was definitely a tough pill to take. Unfortunately, we just have to kick on. We just have to kick on, and I'm still in very high spirits. It's a great season no matter what happens. Look at that. Barclays Premier League shows we are being absolutely dominant domestically, and hopefully look to continue it going forward for the rest of the season. Thanks for joining me today, guys. If you did enjoy today's video, as always, smash that like button, subscribe if you are new around here, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.